Hey there everyone, Jillian from AJVD Design here. Today we're going to try a really fun technique, and I'm going to be making a really simple card, like really simple, with this technique. So what you're going to need, and for the AJVD products you could use whatever you wanted, but I'm going to be using the knit stitch cover plate and then also the A Cool Friend stamp set. You're also gonna need the Wendy Vecchi Embossing Paste, and I'm using the translucent. You can use whatever you want, but I thought that the translucent would give a really cool effect. You're gonna need some Distress Stickles dry glitter, clear rock candy. It's pretty awesome. And then if you want to add a color, you can use some distress ink. So for this one, I'm mixing together Broken China, Blueprint Sketch, and Salty Ocean. I have some in this jar, so this is kind of the color we're gonna create with it, but it might differ a little bit. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some of the product out with your spatula. Now I have found this one is a little bit sticky compared to the black or the white, and I'm used to working with the white, but you're gonna take a decent amount of product out just because there's a lot of area to cover, but you'll probably have some left over, so keep a little container on hand so you can save it for another time. All right, so once you've gotten that out, I'm just going to press down some ink here. And I recommend doing this on a craft mat like this because then you can just wipe everything up and it's all good. And you can wipe it up with the AJVD Design Fab Fiber. So keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep going and drag my paste through the ink and just kind of keep playing and working with it. I think last time I did it, I really used a lot of Broken China in it, so it was a little bit more teal, and if you need to get more of either product, then go for it. I'll probably have to put more ink on here. So I'm just kind of dragging it through, and I will definitely fast forward through this because it takes a hot minute, honestly. So just do what you gotta do to mix it up there. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't like super translucent. It's pretty opaque, really. It doesn't have to be perfectly mixed either, so it doesn't have to be fully that color. Like, honestly, this would be good enough. All right, so now I'm gonna take just a white piece of paper that I have cut out with my Stitch Dot rectangle set, and I cut out with the knit stitch cover plate, just like a little template. So I'm gonna place that right on top of here. I recommend cutting your paper first because if you run it through afterwards, before it's fully dry, you've got a mess. I'm gonna take some purple tape. I'm just gonna tape this down with my purple tape. All right, and then I'm gonna take my little mixture and I'm gonna try to get it on the back of that spatula, and I'm just gonna take it and run it over top here, and I wanna make sure I have an even surface. And I actually did this in another video, but it was a long time ago, so I figured I would make another video on it with new product. And I recommend just going downwards. Don't go upwards because you'll mess it up. Believe me, learn from experience. And try to keep the spatula really flat so that you're not wiping away product that's already gotten into those grooves. So once you think you have it covered pretty evenly, which I'm just gonna go over it one more time here and make sure. And then I'm gonna spoon this into my little container. It's a little bit lighter than I had it before, but I think it's still pretty good. And these are also Ranger containers, so really good for your product and your mixing that you've already done, but you wanna, you didn't use it, but you wanna keep it for later. So I'm just gonna undo the tape. And yes, this can be a messy process, but I promise you it's worth it in the end. So I'm gonna undo this tape here and then pull off my template. And you can keep using this template. It's not like you can't, like it's all good. So here I have my background. Very shiny, very shimmery. And I did get some up here, but that's not gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna wipe off my spatula. And then I'm gonna wipe off my workspace. Okay, and in wiping, I kind of messed up the edges here because I didn't think about that. I'm not gonna redo it, but just a side note, like if that happens, I've been there too. So then I'm gonna get a piece of paper, just notebook paper out, and place that on top. And then I'm gonna take my distressed stickles and I'm just gonna pour them on, kind of like you would like an embossing powder, but you're not gonna do any embossing or anything. You're just going to leave it on there. And I wanted to make sure that this was still wet. I don't know if you can see, but it's very glittery and very pretty and very winter-esque and very snow-like. And then I'm just gonna pour the excess back in the container. And then we will finish up this card once this is dry. All right, so we are back. Everything is dry and we are gonna put this together. So this is just a very, very simple card. And so here we have our final product with the cute sparkly blue sweater. And then I have the snowman from the A Cool Friend set, and I used this set of Tombow colored pencils to just color him in a little bit, give him some flavor, give him some personality. And then I used the scent from the A Cool Friend set, and I did You're So Cool. And to stamp everything, I used Juniper Mist from Catherine Pooler. So this isn't gonna be hard at all. I'm just gonna take my Just Glue It, and first I'm gonna glue this onto our backdrop. Put it up here toward the top. I'm gonna hold it down for a second. Then I'm gonna take this and do the same. And just put it down here. And this goes off a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead, take some scissors and cut that. And then finally, I'm just gonna take this dark blue basic backdrop. I cut the biggest size. And I'm gonna glue the back here. And, oop, I'm dumb. Go ahead and stick it on. I chose a dark blue so it would make it pop a little bit more. And there is your card. So you can put this on a card base, of course. So yeah, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned a thing or two, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.